Hey guys, hope you're having an awesome evening. Marina here. So I want to talk about that thing that's limiting you, that thing that is not allowing you to move forward towards your dream, towards your passion, that thing that is limiting you, that is not allowing you to step forward, to move ahead in your calling, in your destiny, and just really limiting you. And just ask yourself, what is at least one belief, what is at least one idea, what is at least one story that is limiting me today, that is limiting me and has been limiting me, that has not allowed me to step into that thing that I want to do, to that step into my passion. What is that one thing? If I can identify one thing that is limiting me, if I can identify one thing that is stopping me and that's not allowing me to take action, what is that one thing? If you can just take 5-10 minutes today out of your day, grab out a journal, grab out a notepad from your phone or wherever you usually do your journaling or writing, and just ask this simple question: what is limiting me? What is not allowing me? What is stopping me from stepping into my passion, from stepping into my calling, from living out my purpose? What is that one thing that I can identify today? So you guys, for the longest time, like, I had a lot of limitations that would not allow me to step into my empowered identity, into my purpose, into my passion, into my calling. But one of them, I vividly remember how it was cleared, because it was just such an odd way. So that one of the limitations was this. So I was driving home. I think it was one of the days I was driving home from the gym, and as I'm thinking again, because I would always constantly think about my purpose and about my passion and how I'm excited about, like, sharing the truth and sharing, sharing the truth with people, empowering people and inspiring people and lifting people up, and how that's that thing that, lights up my soul, and that's the thing that inspires me, and that is that thing that I'm passionate about. But every time I would begin thinking about it, one of my biggest limits, oh, I shouldn't say one of my biggest, there are many limits, I should say one of my limits was this. Actually, let me tell you how I figured out that this was the limit. So instead of doing what I'm telling you to do right now, just grabbing a journal and asking yourself that question, that's one of the tools that you can use to clear out the limit, to get past the limit, to identify, first and foremost, to identify the limit. But then, so that's one of the tools that I'm sharing with you here. But how I was able to identify my limit is, I was driving one day from the gym, or to the gym, one or the other. Anyway, I was driving, and again, I start daydreaming, I start thinking about my passion and my purpose. And as soon as I start thinking about it, I start, all of a suddenly I start getting the thoughts, and this would happen again and again and again, and I never really paid attention to it. I kind of just let it slide past me, like, oh yeah, you're right, like, yeah, this limitation is right, and I would just kind of stop daydreaming. Like, I let that limitation keep me there. I let my limitation keep me in daydreaming mode and not taking action mode. And so as I was driving, like I said, I would begin daydreaming, and I'd begin thinking about my passion, and then this thought would come in, this limitation would come in, and it would go like this: oh, but who are you to do that? Who are you? Who do you think you are? There are people that are way more qualified than you are. There are people that are way bigger than you are. Who's gonna listen to you? Look at the Tony Robbins. Look at the Joyce Meyers. Look at the I don't know, Billy Grahams, or what other big names are there out there? The Bob Proctors, or, you get my point. Like, that's a limiting thought that would literally stop me in my tracks, and it would remind me to stay small. It would remind me that I was insignificant, that I wasn't qualified enough, because there were people that were way more qualified than I was, that were people would be listening to them. Why on earth would they be listening to me? Who am I? I'm just little old Marina, and living in this town, and, who am I? Is that would be my very first question. And then, as I start, as I started hearing this limit, this idea that I would normally hear, right in front of me is this huge bus. It's the city bus, and it says, in huge letters, it says, that is your limit, just like that. And it was like, boom, it was like a light went off in my head. And I was like, what? And then it hit home for me. Like, that was my limit. That was the thing that was literally stopping me in my tracks. That was the thing that was not allowing me to move forward in my